What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, the 10K Property Report. I am Kay, and today we're going to talk about how to find cheap land on Zillow. This is a step-by-step guide on how to find that cheap land. Without further ado, let's get started. So first of all, you get to Zillow's website and you're going to put in the search engine what particular state. Don't put the city specifically, because I've found, personal experience, that if you're too specific, then it won't really give you good results. Okay, so if you're very general or vague, slightly vague, you will receive better results. Again, that's just my opinion. So I put in Ohio just as my example, my first example here, OH, in the search bar right here. Here you click for sale. So that's what we're trying to find. I always start with $3,000. Now you can go below that, but what I found is that sometimes in specific areas, they will include rentals into this search minimum as well. So I try to put it at $3,000 to weed out some of those listings that may include rentals, and I don't want that, or may include homes, and I'm not trying to find a home, right? I have seen on Zillow before where they've leased land as well. So it's not just about single family homes or apartments being rentals. I've seen land being leased as well. So that weeds out. What I found, $3,000 is that magic number. If you leave it at zero here, then I found that it doesn't really pull up specifically what you're looking for. So the max here, I'm putting $10,000. That is cheap to me, quote unquote. You may say I'm looking for 5 acres or however much acreage, and you want to go up to $30,000 or whatever the case may be. In fact, let's do that. Let's go up to $20,000 just so I can increase the pool of potential properties for this search. Okay. Next, you're going to go over to beds and bath rooms. Here you leave blank. So any, we don't want to be precise because I'm looking for land. Now, if you want a property with land, you can surely put in more specifics. But again, I do encourage folks to be as vague as possible. On the property type, you have houses, townhomes, multifamily, condos, lots and land, apartments, manufactured. So what I've selected here is lots and lands. And the reason why is because we're trying to find some land. I will say this here. This is kind of like a little hack. In the event that you want the land for a cheaper price, even cheaper than what you have described of $20,000, put in manufactured, okay, or homes. A lot of times it may just be cheaper for you to find a rundown or distressed mobile home or manufactured home on 2 acres of land, knowing that you're going to go in there and take that mobile home out, maybe build ground up or put another mobile home or manufactured home there. So a lot of times I found in my search, because I do this each and every day, I found in my search that I get better results when I do put in a structure that is on the property. Now, if you say, Kay, I don't even want to pay or figure that out. I don't want to have somebody come and haul it, even if it's for free. It's just too much of a hassle. I just want pretty much raw land. Then your option would be here to just put lots and land. Okay. Let's go over to filters. This is where the magic kind of happens. In the event that you do not want an HOA, right? You put any. Okay, or you could put, don't put any. You could put no HOA fee if you don't want it. I'll leave it at any, even though I don't want any HOA fees, okay? I just want to see what's out there. But if you're very, 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 precise and, you say, hey, I absolutely do not want HOA fees, just click that here and it'll filter that out, okay? Most parcels of land don't have HOA fees, but some do, okay? So keep that in mind. Owner posted, you can, if you want a pretty good deal, you can go through the owner. That eliminates the realtor fees. That eliminates all the other stuff that comes along, or fees that come along with purchasing land. However, I have found that owner posted can be hit or miss. Honestly, you can contact an owner that is very legit and is the person that you're speaking to. And then there are a lot of scams on Zillow, to be honest, right? We're being very transparent. There are a lot of scams on Zillow. So for that extra layer of protection doesn't mean it eliminates the protection or eliminates the risk. I do like to go through agent listed properties, and I want to see that there's an MLS number there for the actual agent. So I know I'm talking to a real person and not some type of scam. Okay. So you can click here what you want to. Like if you're interested in pre-foreclosures, foreclosed auctions, foreclosures, etc., you can do that. But I just leave it at agent listed and kind of scroll down from there. Listing status, it has coming soon, accepting backup offers. I'll leave that blank. Okay, so unchecked. You can check it if you decide to, but that's not, I try to still keep it vague. Tours, keep that unchecked. Parking spots, unchecked. And here's where it gets very interesting. So you have square feet, you have lot size, you have year built. So lot size, what I would really suggest that you do is to put the specific acreage that you're looking for. Okay. So if you say, hey, Kay, all I want is a 1/4 acre of land, which is 1/4. All I want is a 1/4 acre of land, nothing more, nothing less. Then you will select that. Okay. And it will give you a 1/4 acre land and more. All right. If you say, hey, Kay, it doesn't matter to me, I just want to own something, then you put no minimum in my end. But if you say, hey, Kay, I want 50 acres, which will be hard to do under $20,000 is our max, you can put that as well. But for this particular example, let's put 1/4 acre so I can get a wider range. Lot size. Keep this at no max. If you stumble across, 10 acres and you're only looking for 1/4 acre, that may be a good deal for you, right? But that's highly unlikely with the price being under $20,000. I have seen some extraordinary things. So keep that to your own discretion. 55 plus communities, you can include it. You don't have to. That depends. Other amenities, I'll leave that blank unless you are very specific about wanting to have, a water source or a view. Here's the view section here. City, mountain, park, water, river, or something. I found, and I'll attach it to this video in the description, I found about 9 or 10 acres on Zillow, whether it was a mistake or not, for $9,000, right? And it had a pond, it had everything that you would imagine for $9,700. And a lot of my subscribers are saying, hey, that's a mistake. It should be $97,000. But I found it. And for those folks who reached out to the realtor, I don't know what the results were. However, all I'm saying is you never know. Okay. So if you don't mind not having a city view or mountain view or park view or some type of water source, then leave that blank. But if you're very specific and precise and say, hey, this has to happen like this, then put that. I will say this though. The cheaper the land is, the more you have to be a little bit more flexible with your expectations about what you're going to get. Okay. You're not going to get a pond and 10 acres for $5,000. Unless you can show me, it's more than likely not going to happen unless there's some really serious defects with the land, which happens. Days on Zillow. This is strategy. So if you want to put 1 day on Zillow, that's fine. If you want a newer property that has been listed, but a lot of folks, which I would suggest as well as strategy, go out to 30 or 90 days because it allows you to understand that you may be getting a good deal if you can go in there and say, hey, I seen this property listed, 30 days ago. It's still listed. I've done my due diligence and I'm interested. Would you take, instead of 10,000, would you take 5? All right. So it gives you leverage to go in there and strike a deal in the event that it's been on the MLS or on Zillow for quite some time. Okay. But if you say, no, I want some newer listings. Some people are iffy about that. If they see a listing that has sat for a long time, they say, well, what's wrong with it? Right. But that's not always the case that something's wrong. Some people just don't know how to do due diligence correctly. All right. After you do all that, I would leave keywords blank. All right. We want to be vague. Push apply. And then you'll have a pool of properties, land that come up. Okay. So I love seeing real-time pictures. It gives me the warm and fuzzy to see that there's actual pictures here, I'll show you, not just like a drawing or a printout. I kind of get leery about those things. I like to see the actual home, okay, or property. And you go through it. And I'm just using Ohio as an example because I just did a video on Ohio, so keep that in mind. So you have land here. And it also depends on what you're looking for. Some folks are not looking to have cleared land like this, right? They'd say, hey, this doesn't meet my criteria. Some folks are looking for raw wooded land that they can just hunt on, right? Everybody has a different purpose. Some folks are wanting to build. In the event that you want to build, I do suggest, this is just from experience, I suggest that you search for land that does not need to be cleared that much, right? Depending on the specs of your home, right? How big your home will be, etc. So if you find a piece of land like this where it's just completely clear, that's pretty good. And the reason why it's pretty good is because you've saved yourself some money on the back end as far as paying to have it cleared. Okay, so those are just little things I've learned from building a home, new construction home, and I was like, man, we should have found a property that was more clear and flat versus hilly and all that, because you have to pay money to level it out and build. It's just more money on you. Okay. That's the end of my video. I truly do hope that this helps you navigate Zillow a little better to try to find some of these cheap properties, specifically for this video, cheap land. With cheap land, though, I will say this here, make sure that you're doing your due diligence, because not all cheap land is good land, okay? You want to ensure that it has utilities. If it doesn't, and it's in the middle of nowhere, perk tests. There's a lot of things that you need to consider when you're purchasing quote unquote cheap land. And I say quotes because cheap is subjective. What I find cheap may not be cheap to you. All right. So do your due diligence. That's the end of my video. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so very much. In the comment section, put 10K. It allows me to know you made it this far, and I truly do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.